Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Live from the Secret Stash. I'm one of three hosts today, Christian Cortez, joined always by...
I'm Michael Zapsik, and you're miscounting, although there is a fourth dangling someplace out there. And to my right is...
Jack Welsh.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Jack.
How's everybody doing?
Doing well.
I
We're coming. I was sick for the past couple of days, and I'm still probably really, really sick.
Oh, great.
So, good deal.
Good deal.
You guys can have some
If you guys
RSV.
see a post or video from me where I'm deathly ill in a few days,
you've got like them boils on your face, and you're like, and you're like a GoFundMe's on. That would be so cool.
I'll insert it into the pre-recorded live from the Secret Stash that we still have. Hey guys, there's no episode today because you remember last week because Mike just and I'll just do a close-up of the whole. Yeah, remember when Mike did that?
You've got like boils all there, like in the shape of my hand.
I'm just gonna cut to some clips from The Fly.
Oh, sorry about that. You're like, ew, gross. Is that where he got weird? Is that where Jeff Goldblum got weird? Like The Fly?
I would say he's always been Jeff Goldblum,
like out there.
Yeah.
I mean, because I loved him in Buckaroo Banzai because he was Jersey.
You know what? I feel like he's just always been that dude who's always just wanted to be the weird guy while simultaneously being an excellent actor and performer. And I love that because you can get an actor who will go from The Fly to like Jurassic Park, then even more recently like Wicked and all the other things that he's been in. And it's such a variety across the barometer that you're just like, okay.
Very true. It's he's on the same caliber as Nicolas Cage. Like they both have that. Like, wow, why was he in that really shitty movie? And you're like, he didn't raise it up or anything, but he made it fun to watch.
Yeah.
Because Nicolas Cage, he's been in some really shitny movies, but he's always made them fun to watch.
You know the true. That's the amazing thing about Nicolas Cage is even when he's in a movie and he doesn't speak, it's a good time.
Oh, it's great.
Everybody knows the title of the movie. It was they parodied Five Nights at Freddy's with it, and Nicolas Cage is in it. Willy's Wonderland.
Okay.
Where he plays a janitor for this like Chuck E. Cheese-esque place that's haunted by demonic entities or whatever. And he plays a character he basically plays a silent Nicolas Cage, does not say a word the entire movie. And he's just as charming as he would be in anything else.
Yeah.
It's so dope. But back to Jeff for a second. Well, Jack, because you're just a little bit younger than me, when you think of the name Jeff Goldblum, what's the movie that pops into your head for you? Because for me, it's always Jurassic Park.
I was going to say probably Jurassic Park.
Is it different for you or anything else, Mike? Or is it or is there another definitive like
Goldblum?
Or is it The Fly? Probably
Goldblum's The Fly. You're going back to Earth Girls Are Easy.
Earth Girls Are Easy.
The Fly was the big one. I mean, he was always sort of on the edge of consciousness. You're like, holy crap.
He's just always there and ready to go.
Yeah.
And he's always there to play somebody you're either going to really root for, find really cool, or really loathe.
Yes, that's exactly right. Because when you think about it, he's like the anti-Tom Hanks. Because Tom Hanks, whenever he plays anything, he's beloved. But you've got Jeff Goldblum, you're like watching him, you're like, I just have to watch what he does with this. I want to see where he goes, where he takes this character.
I love anti-Tom Hanks.
Where you're like Tom Hanks.
That conjures an image that's so good because it's like, especially because it's Christmas time. I just watched Polar Express for the first time in a long time. Still holds up to me. But knowing that is Hanks, like that's just who he is. He makes those kind of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And now thinking, oh, if Jeff is the polar opposite of Tom Hanks, what would he be like in the role of the conductor in Polar Express?
Like, you children aren't coming back from this ride. It's like, oh my God, yeah.
Like, I like the idea that he plays like an even more passive aggressive conductor. He's like, I don't give a fuck if they're walking on the roof. Like, is it nice and breezy up there? It's hot in here.
Yeah.
Like, are we there yet? Like, come on.
I hope they know to duck when we get to the tunnels.
Yeah. Like,
but I'm not going to warn them.
Like, I love that image. I love the polar opposite. Could care less if you live or die on the Polar Express conductor.
Like if there are like polar bears attacking the train, like they
He's
get
just
on.
like, oh no.
No, he's sitting there watching like, this is fascinating. You know, just sitting there like eating peppermint bark.
You know what? He's channeling Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka.
Yes.
Stop!
So.
No.
Yeah, don't. The suspense is terrible. I hope it'll last.
Will we make it in time?
Mm. No one knows.
And pretends to be indifferent whether they make it to the North Pole in time or not. But really, when nobody's looking, he's low key like, yes. Yeah. But it's only when nobody's looking.
Exactly.
Because if you show any sort of like break in character, you're done.
Yeah. Well, he will kill you.
But I kind of want that. I want to see I want to visit that multiverse reality where he's the conductor.
He takes on like. Can you imagine him in Big? Take all of Tom Hanks's most.
You know what? Actually, in a comedic sense I can, but like in all actuality I can't. No. I like that Tom in that movie is so much like a child, and Jeff has never been that guy.
No,
I don't think he could ever be that guy. But I think it would make it even funnier because he's not that guy.
That would be funny, and that's why I want to see it. And Robert Loggia like bouncing off him, like you're a terrible human being, Josh Baskin. Josh Baskin, I hate you.
Oh my God, that's so funny. What other Tom Hanks movies would it be polar opposite for him to? Well, just I love that thought anyway. But there's no real. I don't know how we delved into Jeff. I think that the thought process was just like, oh yeah, this is how we shoot the shit when we don't see each other after like a week or so.
Yeah,
because we're all busy doing stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know how else to segue into it except that I just really want to say thank you for the really dope. Check this out, guys. This is the little Christmas gift that the Zap 6 gave me this holiday season. Is the novelization versions of Ghostbusters 1 and 2, and I can't tell you how excited I am to read these. Which is going to be...
Those are words, Christian.
Yeah, I know.
It's not comic books. I do give out books with words in them sometimes.
Well, am I going to have to do... I'll do a book report for you, Mike Zapsik.
I would love it.
I'll make it all in the cereal box with everything.
Every third page, I want an illustration. That would be great. Because that'll count towards the end. It has to be 15 pages. And it's like, all right, I can do that.
Well, you know what it is? It's like novel prose are different than like screenwriter prose or anything else that we typically cover. And I can't wait to read through the scenes where like the super iconic moments happen and they're described just like beautifully. Yeah. Like I'm putting a lot into thought into what it's gonna read like. But even the moment when like they find the Ecto or see the Ecto for the first time, like I love when writers like be like, and then out of the corner of his eye, he watched as an ugly piece of shit Cadillac drove up the driveway. It was then Peter realized Ray spent way too much fucking money on the car.
And they were only gonna be eating Chinese food.
It was gonna be a very rough Christmas that year. But thank you so much for this. Like
I'm excited for you.
I'm excited too because it's not done by like the regular writing team.
Yes.
This is done by I actually don't know who. Richard Mueller and Ed Naha. So I'm excited to read this. Oh my God, who's behind the camera? Oh,
she's tired of waiting.
It's Julia Zapsik.
She wants to get on this.
So you want to explain what we're about to do, Mike?
Actually, I'm going to let Jules explain. Hi, Julia. Julia Zapsik. Everyone,
well, damn,
clap for her.
Hold on. I'm just going to take this one.
Yes, I got tech to do.
So, just to make the holidays a little more fun and interesting, we decided that we had Master Yoda, who's been with us for a long time, but
since we opened the stash,
he was getting a little restless, and we decided, you know what, maybe it's time for him to have a new home. So we had a raffle, and anyone who spent $100 in the Stasher and the Stash's online store within a certain amount of time was eligible for an entry, and we got 63 entries, and today we're going to pick the winner live on the air, live at the Secret Stash.
I'm excited for you, mystery person.
Yes. Okay. So Drum roll, and Christian will pop a picture up of Yoda in just a second after Mr. Zapsik has chosen the winner.
I think I got it.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's see who
I
this
put on
is.
these cheaters. Paul Vick,
Paul Vick
okay.
from
Waukanda, Illinois.
You had to pick the one with the hardest to pronounce.
I know,
place.
Wakanda.
Yes, Wakanda,
No, he's from
Illinois.
Wakanda, Illinois.
Wakanda.
Wakanda. Oh, that's right. He's from Wakanda, Illinois.
Wakanda, Illinois. It's
Yeah.
Wakanda.
It's just Wakanda.
It's just
Oh, it's
Wakanda.
Wakanda.
That's right.
That's so dope.
Wakanda forever, dude. All right. Yes.
All right, so
Yoda, Master Yoda's
Paul
going
Vick,
to Wakanda.
we're giving
All right.
you a call.
Yes, we will. Oh, look at his email, man. Walks with Death. You're gonna
One.
call him, right? You're gonna
Yeah,
call
I'm-
him.
I'm-
Okay,
you're
he's
gonna
gonna call
email
him.
him.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's too
Paul,
close.
you're gonna have a very big Christmas gift coming.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Paul was online, and yeah, so
Yep. So thank you,
and
everybody,
Paul, if you don't want to pay for the shipping,
we will.
I'm picking another name, but
yeah.
And Josh Mundo.
you just
Anyway,
needed to do that, didn't
Yes, I
you?
did.
Oh my God.
Thanks, everyone. And as always, if I'm going to pop back off and man the front while these guys do their thing. But from all of us at the Secret Stash, another year's coming to an end. We're looking forward to a great 2025. 2024's been all right. And
All right.
I had to give it. I had to give him a little bit
I
of
smell
love, right?
toast.
I need
And,
that as a sound effect moving forward. I think in the new year.
Oh
I need
yeah,
like that.
but we just
All
can't let him know we're
right.
we just can't let him know we're
No,
doing
because
it
he can't do it.
because
he can't-
because
no,
if
but-
he knows,
No, but he
then
can't. He can't say.
No. He
I'll
chokes. He
just
chokes
cut
all
it
the
for one
time.
of the
He chokes
episodes.
all the time. If you know, folks.
All right.
Every year that we have, that's a good year, and it's been every year a good year, and every year a better year is because of you guys. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Hopefully you're healthy and you have some good expectations for a good future. So we love you.
Aw.
Oh, that's very sweet. Keep
That's
your
very
expectations
sweet.
low. That way, you're never disappointed.
Yeah, we're not that nice. She, however, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was adorbs.
That was how we follow up that. We don't. We end the show here. Good night, guys.
You could talk about Kevin Smith's article in Variety about
Yes.
We can.
pitching his new show to
Yeah.
NBC.
Can we?
Can we
Pull that up.
can we talk
Well,
about
we did it at a comic book store
Yeah.
or comic book stores. Right?
can we talk about Kevin Smith's new pitch on NBC?
You tell me.
Well, if Variety's talking about it,
Yeah.
So I saw this this popped up yesterday and I got very excited because this is the kind of show that I've been hoping Kevin would make. Like I was like Masters of the Universe was the first step in the right direction where I was like, yes,
Mhm.
now let's keep going. Like
Mhm.
keep doing the awesome things. And Kevin now they announced in Variety that he's working on a new show that's set in a comic book store, but it's about a group of comic book collectors who come together to solve mysteries. And
That's so
that's such a plot after my own heart. Like I adore how that sounds. I adore how that probably is going to end up being. NBC, don't fuck this up. You have a prime opportunity
Yeah.
to do something dope. Just let the man cook.
Yeah. Seriously.
Literally, just let him cook. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna. I'm excited though. Please film in New Jersey.
Yes.
Please,
Yeah. Please film the staff.
please,
That'd be
just film here. We'll make this place.
That's just gonna be like the Watchtower for right?
Yes, please. Do you know how cool that would be though if they shot the show here? Like, that would be amazing.
There's so much eye candy.
There's so much eye candy. Like, and it's not even a thing where it's like you would have to, like, I don't know if it's going to be set within View Askew universe or anything like that. But like, if it is, you don't then have to hide anything.
No.
Which is great. I'm excited for that. Is that the project Laura asked, is that the project he said he was working on with Harley?
Don't know.
I
I
don't know. I think
No,
that's an entirely different
I'm
thing.
not. I have no idea about this. This is. I know Kevin had said something to me about a month and a half ago, and
We don't get like the exclusives, like that's what people like expect of us to like hear, but like
no, actually, people expect me to hear stuff and then blab about it. Like,
I'm like, that's not what friends do.
no, I'm not going to betray Kevin's confidence ever.
No.
So it was
Because
really
we want them to film here.
Yeah. Yeah. And
We don't want Jack scaring them away.
No, I don't want.
Meanwhile, we're trying to become stars on this next fucking show. Like, hey,
guys, our primetime duo.
I'll be the Silent Bob, and you be the Jay.
The J.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would Johnny be?
Burnt toast.
Yeah. Strapped to a chair somewhere, like drooling.
The burnt toast killer. Every crime scene, there's a piece of burnt toast left on the corpse.
So horrible.
Wait a minute. I would love that though. That'd be so. It's such a stupid thing. That my god.
Yeah. Call the toaster companies. Yeah.
It'll. Every piece of toast comes with a different little clue.
Yes.
Printed, burnt on the side of it.
Does that look like Jesus to you? I don't know what's going on. It's weird.
Johnny playing the burnt toast killer is a whole different kind of joy.
So
but I'm excited.
I think that this is going to be, it's going to showcase Kevin's talent, and people forget that he directed the
Reaper, the first episode. That's first off, great show.
Yeah, I mean, going forward, I love me some Ray Wise. My God. Did you know he was in RoboCop?
No.
Ray Wise was in RoboCop. He was awesome. And he grew into being the kooky, whatever you want to call him, what kind of actor. He takes on those really strange roles that you're like, oh my God, this is kind of insane. Like in Twin Peaks. And
I can see a face. Hold on, because
Ray Wise he played the devil.
Oh yeah, he's
I
always slipped into those roles though, but he does it with he loves doing it.
I know he's like a less serious Ray Liotta. Like he's
I could see that.
The thing that I love about him is
you ever seen Jeepers Creepers, Jack?
Oh yeah,
he was in the second one. He was I think he was the farmer.
Okay.
In the second Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah.
He was the one who rescued all the kids.
Kind of looks like Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos.
A little bit. He was.
Oh my God! I
right?
cannot.
Yeah.
That
He is amazing.
now.
But the really cool thing about in RoboCop, he was one of
RoboCop.
Clarence Boddicer's gangs, Red from That 70s Show.
Yeah.
That's always funny to me when people make that connection that it's Red from That 70s Show in RoboCop. I'm like, what? He retired. He left the bad guy life behind. He lived somehow.
No, I don't think so. But still, dead or alive, you're coming with me to Wisconsin.
I swear to God, if we ever get a RoboCop sequel somehow, that's like an actual sequel to the originals, and they're like somehow Homeboy returned, and I'm like, no. Like if they bring back Red's character somehow.
Well, they did the same thing to Palpatine, right? Somehow Palpatine survived.
Oh
yeah, sure. Let's just throw physics and logic and all sorts of shit out the window. We talked about what I said.
This. I love this comment though. I got to point that out. Put his robo foot up some robo ass.
There you go. Yeah.
Continue. I'm sorry.
Well, I said we are burdened with the Star Wars legacy.
It is a burden, huh?
Think about it. We are burdened with the Star because back in the day, I mean, you could have Star Wars, and there are movies that would make reference to it, and they're like, "Ooh, they're cutting edge! Oh my God, they're talking about Star Wars!" And then Clerks comes out, and Clerks was the one that put Star Wars like on Main Street. Like
again,
here you go.
Like before the prequels again, yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, here you go. And, you're talking about Star Wars because that's all we had. I mean, granted, we had, that stupid Ewok cartoon.
Yeah, we weren't like eating.
No.
We were not. We weren't eating in the kitchen very well of Star Wars. Like, no, I mean, this is the before times. This is before. Yes. This is BC, before Christian. Okay. So,
well, that's true. That's you didn't know that, but we had that's all we had.
Yeah, like you have those original movies, a couple of little spinoffs here and there that are cartoons, and then
that's it.
A holiday special that just does not count,
and no one talks about. Yeah, even like, hey, you have that one friend who's like super nerd, like, I got the Star Wars special on VHS. And it's like, shut the fuck up. No, you don't.
we don't talk about that special. No,
That's what I was gonna. I've actually never seen it before.
Oh my
Is
God.
it really that bad?
it's
God awful.
it's record your reaction first time you watch it bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
How long after the first movie did this come out?
It came out a
Probably like-
year, was it 78 or 79? 79. So about a year and a half after.
I know, isn't it about like
Star Wars
Chewbacca
holiday.
and Han Solo? They go to visit
It's
Chewie's
about-
family or something.
They're barely in it.
Yeah.
They have.
oh my god, it was written by Pat Proft.
Well, is he still alive?
Yes, he is.
Oh, well,
In fact, a
that's
friend of mine just interviewed him.
too damn bad. No.
Holy
Pat Proft
shit.
Pat Proft is, he was amazing. He was part
He's
of.
the writer of the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah, he was also
Oh, wow.
the supervising writer on Police Squad. So,
So he's
Very
a talented,
funny guy.
very funny dude.
however,
But
this was
there's
god-awful.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So, all right, it starts off like this. We start off in the Chewbacca home, and we meet his wife Mala and his son Itchy. Is the son Itchy? And Grandpa Stinky. Is Grandpa Stinky? Grandpa was
It's
he Itchy or
it wasn't Scratchy.
No, it wasn't Scratchy because that would have been awesome. Where the hell are we?
Let's
There,
see.
there we go. Paul Gale is Itchy, Lumpy. I'm sorry, Lumpy, Itchy and Lumpy. So
It's so of the time
Yeah.
though, Jack. Like that's the thing is like, yes, it's bad by our standards, but it's bad by even
Yeah.
back in the
So-
day standards.
they had the
so-
Bay City Rollers on as musical guests, and they
Jefferson
also had
Starship.
Jefferson Starship, and Diane Carroll doing some space porn, which was I
Yeah.
swear to God,
Yeah.
And B. Arthur
and Art Carney
from Golden Girls.
Yeah.
B.
wow.
Arthur, Art Carney, and Harvey Korman.
Right.
And then the entire cast of the original movie.
That's insane.
So literally all the giants, and then these 70s legends.
Yeah. So,
And it's not a mix.
well, so before Empire came back, because then it was just A New Hope or Star Wars at the time, and then you had this holiday special. Did the holiday special ruin Star Wars for a lot of people before
No,
Empire?
no,
No.
no, because
it didn't have enough time.
yes, and it was only shown once. So if it had gone on and been shown twice,
Yeah.
then maybe. But it also had the benefit of doing one very specific thing. They showed a cartoon with a character named Boba Fett,
Oh wow.
and it was a Ralph Bakshi. Was it a Ralph Bakshi?
No, it wasn't Ralph.
But it was a guy who studied under him.
Yes, you are correct. Hold on, I want to pull it up now. Boba
High
Fett,
point of the special. There you go. Animated segment, Faithful Wookiee.
which is the first official Star Wars
Mhm.
cartoon. It was written by Lucas and produced by Nelvana. Okay, which
Oh
is
my
later,
God,
which
Nelvana.
later produced Droids and Ewoks.
Right. And they did a bunch of other things.
And Lucas requested that the visual style be inspired by
Mobius.
Mobius.
Mobius is a French comic book artist. He's amazing.
Oh man, you know, it's because every once in a blue moon, they will reference it. You know, like they'll hint at it, like, "Hey, maybe this." No, like this is still under lock and key. There's never been an official release. The only time you can watch it is like bootlegs online.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say that George Lucas has attempted to bury this fucking thing,
It's true.
so it's
it,
really
like-
not canon. To
It is no.
it is
Yeah,
not.
okay.
Listen, Jack, you watch that and tell me, and then come
No,
back
I
and ask
actually
me. Yeah, was this canon? And you hope to God it's not.
No, because the way that they dispatch of people in this is pretty fucking horrendous.
Yeah, it's
Because they're looking for Han Solo and Chewbacca, and they're on Kashyyyk, which is the Wookiee homeworld. But do they name the Wookiee homeworld on there? Do they call it Kashyyyk?
That's the thing too, is that they don't name these things that stick moving
Yeah.
forward. So like a lot of these really don't sound Star Warsy.
No.
Do you think this ruined Star Wars for Harrison Ford at the time? Because
No,
I
no,
always
he was-
heard he like just really was it he didn't like playing Han Solo, or was it? I thought he just didn't.
I actually don't know this.
Yeah, I always heard like he had some problem with Han Solo.
He just
Or
didn't
'cause I
think
know-
that it was like a median apart for him.
Because then he tried to kill him off in Return of the Jedi.
Well, at the end of Empire, he's like, "Why don't you kill me off? Why don't you? Yeah, why don't you just have me die?" And he's like, "No,
Yeah.
no, you're a fucking gold mine for me. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not killing you off. You are the golden goose. I am not going to murder you."
Yeah, right.
So
He just didn't care.
yeah, but then again, that's pretty much par for the course with Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even now he gives zero fucks,
And it's great.
and it's amazing, And he phoned in the last two Indiana Jones movies, as one does when one turns, I don't know, over 70. I can't blame him for that.
How dare you ask me to do an Indiana Jones movie and I'm 85?
Well, did
Like,
you
like,
hear about the new video game that's Indiana Jones game that's out right now?
I
Yeah,
have.
the guy who did the voice is better than Harrison Ford, and Harrison's like, you know what? If I'd known he was going to be that good, I would have done it myself and fucked him over.
Yeah.
Like,
Would
cool.
you?
Yeah.
Like,
why didn't you?
like,
You should have.
because honestly, that is the only way that I could ever see doing Indiana Jones again, because that is something that has been hinted at somehow.
What voice?
No, like so someone actually shared this on the artist formerly known as Twitter. It was a test animation that they had made, and it was for an Indiana Jones cartoon. Like, it was the idea of like leaning more into the adventures of like the originals, but instead it was 2D animated features. And this pencil, well, it's not like a pencil test, it's a full-blown animated short. And it's honest to God incredible. Like, it's honestly the only way I would want any sort of continuation for Indiana Jones. But not just like animation in general, because I don't need a 3D exactly. Like, the video game looks dope, don't get me wrong. But the idea of Indiana Jones being a 2D hand-drawn thing
Mhm.
makes sense, because Indiana Jones is a legacy thing, and you associate legacy material with 2D animation and stuff like that. And I think that would be, I thought it was going to be a dope project. I thought it was real, and someone was like, no, this is fan made. We want this to be a thing. And I'm like, yes, this is one of the times where I'm like, please just give us that. If he won't come back to do the action, I bet Harrison will come back to do a cushy voiceover gig.
Not only
He just
that,
said it.
but even if it doesn't, you've still got somebody who can credibly do the voice. Like
Mhm.
Jack said, what was his name?
Is it
Troy,
Troy?
Baker.
It is Troy
Mhm.
Baker. Wow.
Yeah, he killed it.
But yeah, that's my thing. I think that the only way that they can do Indiana Jones moving forward, if they wanted to, is to do something with animation. I think that it lends itself to that, especially.
Yeah.
Because then, to be honest, then you can go into the mystical stuff, and I'll lean into it a little bit more. Like, where a lot of people think Crystal Skull faltered was leaning into like aliens and stuff. I'm like,
No,
that's where you think it faltered,
no,
but
it's
okay.
just really, the shitty writing, really, that wasn't.
That's not
Yeah.
it, but I think that if they were to do that in like an animated format or anything else in that, where it's like things that are a little bit more unbelievable, I think it could work. Because it's the suspension of disbelief. It's like anything can happen in animation.
Right, 'cause
Plus,
you're
we
gonna
already got young Indiana Jones.
Yeah, and you're getting out of that's the nice thing about animation is it removes that whole uncanny valley thing for you,
110%.
because you're like, this is badass. I would watch some, because you know that Indy had an adventure a week. You know that he did.
Yeah.
And 30 years of that, I'm up for it. 30 years of watching Indy go through.
Danielle just kind of summed it up, and I really like it. It would be DuckTales without ducks.
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. Or
Yeah. I'm not against that. Like,
Can you pull up Chippendale for me?
I love Chippendale.
Of course you do.
Chippendale
Did you-
Rescue Rangers.
The Rescue Rangers. Pull up Chippendale Rescue Rangers for me, and can we share it with the people?
Yes, I can. Chippendale Rescue. What am I sharing in particular? Just the like
the both of them. Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll share.
Pull
it
up
for
their
you. Share screen. Give me This is the fun side, folks.
Yes.
Here we go. So, The
Pull that
Boys.
one up. Yeah, pull that up.
Pull this photo.
Yeah, and take a look at them down in the Chippendale Rescue Rangers thing. Who are they dressed like? Indiana Jones and Tom Selleck.
Yeah.
So it's Magnum and Indy. So why it's Chippendale's Rescue Rangers with Tom Selleck and why don't we do that?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Disney, we know you watch. We know James Gunn watches.
Yeah.
So-
James Gunn. And speaking of James Gunn, let's talk about before we quit a little bit soon.
Yes,
I wanna
because we're
get
going to do a
you
limited
two.
show today.
Yes.
But this is honestly the part I've been excited to talk about more. So this morning,
This morning.
the trailer for James Gunn's Superman dropped.
Yes.
Oh my God. I am unbelievably excited for this. And I finally feel vindicated in for the longest time saying, in James Gunn, I trust, because I trust this dude as a
Mhm.
storyteller. This looks like the Superman movie that I've been wanting
Mhm.
for years.
Yes.
That I felt let down that I got with Man of Steel.
Yes.
That I even felt let down with
Batman v Superman.
Batman v Superman. Well, like, that's in the same universe.
And the
Brandon
Justice League.
Routh's. Yeah, like
Unfortunately,
this actually feels like
Superman 1 and Superman 2
it's got
Which-
that energy.
was supposed to be like one movie. Did
Oh,
you ever
really?
watch the Donner cut?
Yes, but I assumed that was just his cut of the sequel.
It was supposed to be shown concurrently.
Oh, okay.
Well, not shown. Well, it was going to be boom and then boom.
What,
But he
they
got
shot
his
two
ass-
back to back?
Yeah, he got his ass fired, like in the middle. And they'd have Richard Lester, which is sad, who was his like production
What did
assistant.
he do?
Richard Lester.
What was his big thing?
Richard
Was it a hard day's night?
Maybe. Yeah. might have been
Something.
that.
But he got replaced, and it was not a pretty story. But then his cut, that I do know the story. The cut got like it sat for years, and then finally he was like, "Hey, you want to finish it?" And they were like, "Sure." But I loved this trailer, man. Like, I also love the return of color in a comic book movie because
Yes.
it actually looks like, oh, they put some thought into colors here. Like, it's
They
not
did.
just a gray palette with
No.
splashes here and there. It looks dope.
I love that they kept the original score from the original
The
Superman.
remix of the theme?
The
Yeah.
remix of the theme.
Loved it.
That was chills when that started playing.
And they were smart. They put it out on Spotify. I was like,
Oh,
yep,
did they? Oh,
Yep,
sweet.
this is my car jam trailer music now. This is how I'm gonna fly to work.
What do you think about casting for Lois? Rachel Brosnahan.
Well, to be honest, she's probably will probably be the first thing I'll see her in. I don't really know any other movies. I wish I was more as new actresses and other names like you guys did. But to be honest, I
Trust
really
me, dude.
don't know
I'm terrible with
stuff
it too.
she's in,
Like,
but
it's things where I'm like, I watch it and I'll be like, oh, there she is.
Yeah,
like, that's who. Like,
exactly,
yeah.
that's with me.
But it's the same with the dude playing Superman. But I like when it's not to say that they're not notable names per se. Like, I know that not many people know who they are. They've been working. But I like when I'm watching the movie trailer or any movie, and I'm not taken out of it because I'm like, oh, that's just megastar in the role of that character. Like,
Mhm.
for me, I'm watching this trailer and I'm like, that's Superman. It's not,
Yeah.
oh, that's David. I can't say his last name. David David C. I
Corn
can't.
Silk.
Yes,
Corn
I'm not
Silker.
seeing him. I'm seeing Superman and Clark Kent,
Yeah.
which I'm like, yes. Whereas with Henry Cavill, I was like, that's Henry Cavill.
And guess what? You're gonna next time after you see this movie, you're not gonna not be able to say his last name.
Yes.
You're gonna be like, in the same way that you talk about Christopher Reeve, because I mean, and for me, Rachel Brosnahan. If you ever watch
Miss
Marvelous
Maisel.
Miss Maisel, watch it.
Yeah.
She's very good and she's very funny. She's a pain in the ass, which is what Lois Lane is. My wife hates the character of Lois Lane because Lois is a pain in the ass. Lois is a pest. Lois from 1938. She was made to be his gal Friday. She was the Rosalind Russell character. If you know anything about movies, his gal Friday she was a plucky reporter. They made a remake, but with male actors, called the Front Page with
Not His Guy Sunday.
not His Guy Sunday. No, it was the Front Page with Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Mhm.
But Rosalind Russell was,
The architect
hey, how are
for-
you? Yeah, look at me, look at you guys, and she was a wisecracking dame who chewed gum, smoked cigarettes, drank booze, and kicked ass, and she was all right. Give me the story there, Jake. Doing that 1930s.
She was
hustle.
a reporter. She was an
Yeah.
investigative journalist. Like,
And then we had the 1950s where, she was in the 40s, 30s, and 40s. She was that competition for Clark.
Mhm.
He's this milksop and she's this go-getter, and they balanced each other out well.
milksop.
Although, because he was always like, "Oh, my stomach hurts."
Yeah,
She's
well,
like,
yeah,
"Ah,
because
you're-"
he certain comics, like, there's always a degree of how much they'll make Clark a wimp
Oh
in
my God,
comparison
so
to
many.
Superman. Like, I like when there's like that middle ground where it's like, oh, he's just a realistic doofus, not when he's like, okay, that's pathetic. Like when you start to lean too much into it, it's
You know
like,
what I like?
relax.
And Grant Morris did this fantastically. You turn him into like an Uber dork, like he can't get out of his own way.
Yeah.
In All-Star Superman, that's exactly what happened.
You know what show actually has that portrayal really well? There's two of them. Superman and Lois, which just ended and had a fantastic finale. And My Adventures with Superman, the new cartoon.
I have not seen that.
I've watched a few
Lois,
episodes of
Superman
it.
and Lois.
And it's very much in that vein of like a Superman who's just uber dorky, but just trips over himself.
Mhm.
And I like that portrayal of Superman. That's like the person I would know. I know a Clark Kent.
The one thing that I hated about the Brandon Routh one, and it's the one that you don't want to see because nobody noticed him.
And no offense to Brandon Routh, like literally, like he's actually proven himself to be a great performer.
He was really
He's
good.
really dope when he's not Superman. Actually, when he picked up the Superman mantle in the CW show to play
Mhm.
a variant, he was dope.
Yeah.
It just the people handling his movie just did not handle it well.
No, that was Bryan Singer. So
Oh yeah. Say less. Anyway,
yeah, we don't talk about that anymore. But and Kate Bosworth, that's who played Lois Lane. I completely forgot about her. She's like 22 years old, so she was like 16 when she had her kid. No. I mean, in real life, she
Yeah.
was 22 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's
yeah,
an
Superman
odd casting
Returns gives you questions that you don't want the answer
Yeah.
to. Kevin pointed out very funny in one of his like Q&A DVDs. She's like, well, if Superman, like, if the illusion that this is the sequel to the original movies and she doesn't remember their relationship, but now has a kid with Superman, it's like, when the fuck did this happen? Like,
well, it would have happened, and it would have been really weird.
yes.
It's like, wait a minute, I haven't had sex in like a month or two or 6, and I'm pregnant. What the hell's going on here?
Yeah, exactly. So it makes you wonder very strange questions that you're just like, I'm good. I don't need to think
Yeah.
about that.
And I'm still pregnant and can't remember having sex, but damn.
Yeah, this is not the predicament.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but that's the thing is like all these, the only theatrical property to do Superman right is Christopher Reeves to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, and I don't consider this shitting all over Henry Cavill, because that's the thing where people would be like, "Oh, you just hate these guys. You hate Zack Snyder." On the contrary, I think Henry Cavill's a dope performer.
Mhm.
I've seen him in movies that I enjoy him in.
I love 300.
Yeah, he's not Superman.
No.
Like, I don't buy him as a Clark Kent one bit.
No. Nor
Like,
did I buy him as Kal-El.
Yeah,
Because
so
he wasn't, you know what? And I was thinking about this today, and I'm gonna end on this because we have things to do.
We'll end on this, but also I want to talk about the dog.
We will. It's like there are people out there that just are like beacons. There's like Mr. Rogers, and he told my generation, whenever something happens, whenever something bad happens,
Look for the helpers.
But he was like the
I'm not
biggest
getting misty
helper.
eyed today. I love
Yeah, I
I
know.
love
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Rogers.
So
Sorry.
I am actually getting a little, but look for the helpers, and they're really easy to spot because there's so damn few of them. He didn't say this. I'm saying this. So damn few of them, and they shine so bright because of that. And Henry Cavill, he was a muscular dude,
Yeah.
not super.
But he doesn't come off as a helper.
He pulled off Wolverine a little bit.
He did. That I'll give you.
Yeah.
That I will give you, man. That's the thing. As I said, he's talented,
Mhm.
but it takes a special person to play Superman. It takes a little bit more extra thought.
Mhm.
And it's the thought that I think James Gunn put into it, and it shows on screen. The first image of Superman saving somebody in this new universe that we get is of him saving a kid.
And he's pushing the kid's head down so he can make sure that nothing happens to them.
Nothing.
And that's to me that's Superman. Superman goes the extra mile. Superman makes sure that not only are
Not only
you-
are you not hurt, make sure you got no scrapes.
yes,
Nothing. He's like,
And
make sure you good.
and yeah, exactly. And he might take some damage doing it. And that's Superman. Superman is the superhero equivalent of Mr. Rogers.
You want
Because he is the helper.
This will be aside from the dog that I do
The
want to talk
dog.
about. The thing that really made me so happy about this trailer that I think will kind of sum it up for me is that I used to be a big Superman fan when I was growing up. Like
Mhm.
I was Superman for Halloween. I was all that.
Mhm.
And then when you grow up, you become a little bit more jaded and that
Your taste
love.
change.
Yeah. And you kind of feel bad for liking Superman because people tell you, oh, he's the vanilla hero, like he's nothing. And then this was the reminder where it's like, he's not. Because this brought me right back to being that little kid wearing my
Mhm.
Superman costume and being hype. Because I was like, yup, this is why this is one of my favorite superhero characters ever. And that's why I'm excited for it. That and the good boy Crypto.
Yes.
And the very
my
good boy
God.
Crypto.
Let's talk about Crypto because Jules was like, Crypto's supposed to be like a Siberian husky. I was like, no, Crypto he's a spaceman.
But thoughts first. Jag, what'd you think?
I thought of Crypto. I thought it was
Crypto
best part of the
trailer, like it just yes.
I overall I thought it was fantastic. Like I said, I had chills watching it. I thought Crypto was great. I loved when he whistles and you see the cloud of snow while Crypto's
That
running.
was so
And then
good.
you could see it's Crypto. I thought it was great. I'm excited.
People are
I'm
like,
so-
he's a tiny dog. I'm like, he's a super dog.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to be big.
I like that they changed it too, because you are right. People expect him to be like a golden retriever or a lab or a husky, like
Shepherd,
you said. They always expect like the slim dog, and I like that he's kind of scruffy looking. I like that like he's modeled actually after James Gunn's real life dog that he adopted
Oh, that's
before the
awesome.
movie. And he was I think the story is that he was a stray
Mhm.
and realized that there was just this personality in the dog that was like, that's Crypto. And he was like, it's different for sure, because everyone does expect those other dogs. But like, I'm cool with it. I like it. I like this. I like the live action take on Crypto. I think when he whistled and then it was like, take me home, and you see Crypto taking him home, I was like, no way. This is the Superman movie we're getting. That's a good boy.
That's a good dog. That is a good dog. And we get to see Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner.
Oh my God, Guy Gardner,
Oh my
Mr.
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific,
Metamorpho.
Metamorpho,
Hawkgirl.
Hawkgirl. Who was the robot that he was cradling?
I don't know. He might be G.I. Robot.
If that's G.I. Robot in
Oh my God.
James Gunn, you beautiful bastard!
Or it could have been Kellex from that's Superman's robot, the Kryptonian robot.
Oh my God, that would make so much sense
Yeah.
because then it's like, especially because this isn't an origin story. This is kind of we're getting dropped into the midst of it,
That's awesome.
which I love, and that would make dope sense as far as like he's linked to his past.
Mm-hmm.
Something happens to him, series of events kind of thing. Because that's also the thing is I really don't know the story still. Like I don't have an inkling of an idea of like where they're going with it. I know they've hinted at the Authority and things like that moving forward, but because he said that we're not getting like a huge overarching vision for the DC Studios universe just yet, is that you can just kind of focus on these individual movies,
Which is great.
Which
And
is
the TV
great.
shows, by the way. And if anyone hasn't been watching Creature Commandos, for shame.
excellent,
For shame. It's been amazing.
so good. But yeah, I loved Superman. I love the trailer, and I'm going to be there opening night before opening night.
I know. We're just getting
Yeah,
the hook.
we're getting the hook.
She's
She's even gonna pull Jack off screen. It's gonna be hilarious.
Wrap it up, guys.
All right, we're getting out of here.
We got to go.
We got a stash staff party to prep for. So
Understood.
Don't make everybody jealous, honey. Folks,
All right.
thank you so much. This has been so awesome.
It has. This was a fun one.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do another?
No, 'cause that's
this
next.
is the end of this is our last one for the year.
Will we do? We can do one more if you're up for it.
We can do 91 before
Yeah.
the new year wraps up.
We can do 91 before the New Year episode. So, yeah, it'd be cool.
All right.
You up
Yeah,
for one?
sure.
You know, we'll drag Johnny in here and make him.
We'll do the dual camera setup again.
Oh my God, awesome. Let's see if we can get Matt here, holding him down.
Burnt Toast 2, The Return.
Yeah,
Return spelled wrong.
yeah. The R is backwards.
The T is spelled with a 2.
Retool and 2 O's. Retorn.
Retorn. I spelled it wrong, all right?
That's right.
Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. And a
Yes,
Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas, folks.
Happy holidays. Take care from everybody at the Secret Stash. We love your faces. Take care. Good night.
Hey kids, we're live at the Secret Stash with Mike, Julia, and Christian. It's the Hella Bash. Tune in and check out the podcast. We got the nerd button on repeat, and we're gonna smash. Come on in, I assure you that we're open. Shoe polish on our signs, cause our locks are always broken.